Hey everyone, I'm FM Greeno. Welcome along to episode 21 of the Mighty Magyars. So today we travel to Copenhagen for some Nations League action. As you can see from the league table on screen, we have not started well. You can see that since we bowed out of the European Championship, we have played 2 games in the Nations League, and we've had 2 defeats. So first up, Ukraine came to Budapest, scored a penalty fairly early on, and they dominated the game. We were lucky to come away just 1-0, to be honest. We then travelled up to Slovakia for a game in Bratislava. Again, we were second best by some margin. If you looked at the XG, I mean, it was just appalling. Again, we were lucky to come away just with a 2-0 defeat, to be honest. And those are supposed to be the 2 easiest teams in our group on paper. Today, we travel to Copenhagen. We are playing Denmark, who are a decent side. So, let's go and see how we're set up for the game. Well, here's something you didn't think you were going to see. We are not playing with a 4-3-3 today. I decided to have a little bit of a shake-up of the tactics, given the abject performances we've had in recent games. We're going to move Sobosloy out onto this left-hand side, play him as an inverted winger. I want him to get the ball out wide and start running at people. I just feel he's not having a great deal of impact playing in this central midfield role. I wanted him to be a playmaker and dictating play, but he just doesn't seem to be doing it. So we're going to put him out there. We're moving Sholoi here into an advanced midfield role, supporting Janesh up front. Slightly off-centre, because we want Kleinheisler to play a little bit deeper on this flank. Nego, obviously, is a wing-back who can get around him, so that'll be interesting to see how that dynamic works on this right-hand side. Hopefully Kleinheisler will provide a little bit more cover if Nego is getting forward. And Hungary is going to just be up and down a little bit in support of Sobosloy. Nodge is going to drop a little deeper to support the 2 centre-halves. We're playing with a bit more of a deep defensive line, so hopefully we're not going to get caught out with quite so many balls over the top or anything of that nature. It's an experiment. We've not used it before, and to go away to Denmark and try it is possibly a bit of a risk, but we'll see how we do. Actually, before we get into the game, I'm going to introduce you to a couple of new players who've come into the squad. We have 2 young fullbacks. Well, one is a bit younger than the other. So we have this lad, Hegedus. He has come in as a left back. He's going to be replacing Tamas Kadar, who has kind of reached the end of the line with us. Now, this guy looks a superb attacking wing-back option. Defensively, not so much, but we're going to give him a go. He's wanted by Porto currently, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. But if you look at his stats, pace 15, agility 16, acceleration 16, dribbling 15. They're kind of all the attributes you'd want of a winger, really. And maybe that's his best position, I don't know. But we've got him in as a left-back. Tackling a 3 seems a problem. We also have brought this lad in, Bendeguz Bola. He's 24 years old, playing in Bratislava for Slovan. Bit more of an all-round kind of full-back, wing-back player. This guy can actually tackle, tackling of 11. Not quite the other attributes in terms of what the other young lad has got, but pace of 14, acceleration of 14. Yeah, he can get up and down that side the way we like players to. And we have another midfielder who's just come into the squad. This lad, Benye. So he's 21, still playing in Hungary with Debrecen. He looks all right. He's not spectacular, but I think as one of the youngsters coming through, he looks one of the better ones. So we're going to give him maybe a chance off the bench today. Right, off to the stadium. Of course, one of the problems that you always have when you're international manager is that the team seem to have very low tactical familiarity. Now that is obviously amplified when you start playing crazy formations like we are today, because no one has a clue what's going on. So this is going to be an interesting little experiment, I think. One that might not go very well, but yeah, we've got to try and change something. Oh, Sobosloy there. First touch of the ball that we've seen, and he gives the ball away. Don't dive in there. Oh, my goodness me. Kleinheisler, what is that? Just as I said, don't dive in there. He lunges in a challenge. This is not what we need. Skov with a penalty in the 8th minute puts Denmark in the lead. The boys are not looking happy. Kleinheisler looks very, very sad. Well, he might. He's just given away a ridiculous penalty. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on how this formation goes. I got a feeling we might be looking to change it at half-time if things aren't going very well. Denmark have a pretty attacking formation. They're obviously quite heavy favourites for the game. And we seem to have restricted them quite well, but of course we're offering nothing as an attacking force. Saying that though, do we have an opportunity here? Here's Nodge. Back to Orban. Steps out of defence. Gives it to Scholloy. Kleinheisler. There's Nego on the overlap. That's what we were looking for. Kleinheisler. Oh, it's cleared. But Kalmar picks up on the loose ball. Nodge over to Hangya on the left-hand side. Can he find Sobosloy? He can, and Sobosloy has scored. Coming in off that wing, getting into a more advanced position than he has been as a central midfielder. And maybe that is one thing in this formation which is going to pay dividends. Getting him forward and affecting things up front a little bit more. I mean, that's a great finish. If he can pull things like that off, at least that part of the formation might just work. It's our first shot, and it's led to a goal. I'm not going to complain at that. There's another highlight. Orban, Hunger, giving it away though. Can we get a challenge in here? Run Larson, no foul. Get rid. Oh, nodded wide. That was a real opportunity, wasn't it? Thank goodness for that. Oh, one last chance for Denmark, possibly, before half-time. Christian Eriksen with a free kick. Bends it. What a save. That would look like it was destined for the top corner, but Gulaschi reached across and tipped it around the post. And here comes Sobosloy. Is this going to be an attack for us? I think he's going to have to get tackled, yeah. Well, overall, I'm not too upset with how this has gone. It looked early on as if we were going to be absolutely battered. I mean, the XG doesn't look great. They've had a bit more possession than us, 64% to 36%. But overall, it's a draw so far. So I think we are going to tell them that we're happy with how things are going so far. That's inspired and motivated everyone. Let's just get them straight back out for the second half. Don't give away another penalty here. That's a good block. Nego, 2 good blocks. Well done. So, yeah, we've got to get some improvement in this. The one thing I was wondering, though, if we do get relegated out of this Nations League group, obviously that's likely to affect our ranking and where we are, you know, in terms of qualification draws and the like. But what it might just do is if it puts us in a weaker group next time round and we can win that, that might give us a different qualification path into the Euros or the World Cup, whichever one is affected by that. So it might not be a disaster for us to get relegated out of this, because we're never going to top the B nations. So yeah, so that could be something for us to look out for. Anyway, time for a couple of changes. Who's not playing very well? Kalmar's having a bit of a mare. Let's get Benyai on. Let's give him a little run, see what he's all about. Loic Nego is not having a great game at right back, so we'll take a look at another one of the youngsters. His Bolla character. Get them both on. Okay. Here we go. 15 minutes to go. If we can come out of this with a point, that's a really creditable result, and there might just be something in this tactic for us. Nothing happening at all, which I'm really happy with, to be honest. It doesn't make great viewing for you guys. Uh-oh. There's a corner. Eriksen, it's headed clear. Skov keeps the ball alive for Denmark. Oh, is he offside? He's not, is he? He's not. Oh, we've given it away in the last minute. So Skov just nodded the ball forward. Sisto picks up the ball there, comes in. Good save by Gulaschi, but unfortunately Daramy at the back post just tucks the ball into an empty net. Okay, we need to try and do something in these last couple of minutes. So, what can we do? Oh, who's injured now? Sobosloy. Well, he can stay on. Okay, so we're going to push everything forwards. So, Kleinheisler up there. Bola here, Hungary there. Maybe we'll swap these guys around. Okay, let's see how this goes. Very attacking, more direct passing, overlapping everywhere. Let's give that a go. And so we're into injury time, but it looks like that last little roll of the dice I played didn't make any difference, and we go down 2-1. Well, after that somewhat disappointing last-minute defeat, this is how the table looks. It's not looking good for us, if I'm honest. We are 3 games in, 0 points on the board. Slovakia are in 3rd place in the group. They got 4 points. So we have our work cut out, even if we're going to try and overhaul them. But like I was saying in the commentary, I think it might not be a disaster if we actually leave this group. Anyway, we go back to the schedule here. We have Ukraine away next. That's going to be a toughie. Then Denmark at home. Yeah, and we're going to come back for the Slovakia game, which is the last game in the group. Probably nothing to play for at all apart from pride, but you never know. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It wasn't the greatest result, and we really do need to work hard to turn things around. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole so far, I'd love to see them below. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. There's plenty of room on the Greenobus, and we'd love to have you aboard. That's it from me for now. I'll see you soon for some more action with Hungary. Magyars. Viszlát!